My name is Jonna Jinton and I'm 24 years old. I'm from Gothenburg, but 3 years ago I moved to north of Sweden to a village called Grundtjärn. Today I run two businesses from home. One is that I work with jewelry that I have together with my mom, and also have a business where I take photos, write and blog. Yeah, I got into photography for real when I moved here, and I had a camera, but when I lived in the city I didn't really take so much photos because I didn't get so much inspiration. But 3 years ago when I moved here to Grundtjärn, that's when I really started and came into photography. There's so much that makes me feel good living here. It's so hard to explain because it's so much about feelings, just the feeling I get when I'm here. It's such a different from being in the city. The blog is definitely a big part of my life today because that's basically how I make a living today. And it's also a way for me to be able to take photos and live on my photography. So if I didn't have a blog, I wouldn't reach out in the way I do today, and I don't think I would be able to live on doing what I love. I think I would have to have a normal job somewhere, and that would be very far to drive every day. So the blog is very important for me. So what I'm doing right now is to chop these wood into smaller pieces because they are too big for my wood stove, and after that I have to chop this wood, but this wood is for the next winter, so this is not so panic about chopping right now. So first I have to chop these pieces into smaller pieces. This is some stuff that I've got from people that send me letters and things, and so during the years I have had my blog. People send me so much stuff like blankets and bones for Nanook, and some people send me like warm clothes and socks and candy. Oh, there's so much stuff. This article I wasn't so happy with because there was some part here that said, "I'm a single girl in Grundtjärn and that's not easy." And I was saying that as a joke, like, oh, there's no men here, you know? And then it just came into the newspaper like I was desperate for a man. Yeah, I have a bit of strange love letters. Someone once asked me if he could put his trailer on my garden and live here. This is when I lived in this old school. And it's quite funny because every magazine or newspaper I've been in, they always want the wood. It's like a girl shopping wood. That's like selling a lot. I don't know why, but that's like the main thing they want to write about. It started in 2008 when I was in New York on a course, and there was this old wise man that told me that stones that are balanced on each other is a symbol for the balance of nature. And if you balance stones, you also balance yourself. And I just really love that thought, so I just tried it all immediately and just put stones on each other. And since then I just done it on the summers a little. And this summers I've been doing it a lot. I just love it. Everyone has that time in life when you just criticize everything about yourself. And I've had those times pretty hard when I lived here because of my choice and because of what I do. And sometimes I get feelings like, oh, I'm not doing what I should do. I don't have any education. I don't have a real job. I just, I get those thoughts that, oh, what if I just will end up here poor and lonely? But I don't know, that was more before. As long as I'm actually happy right now, as long as I'm warm, as long as I'm not starving, I should just be happy and not worry, because I don't want to spend my life worrying about the future. It's so hard nowadays because it feels like it's more than ever so important to do what other people think you should do. But I think that was one of the most amazing things with moving here, that for the first time in my life I actually could feel just completely happy with who I was. But because in the city you always kind of get reminded of what you should be, how you should look like, what you should do, and what you should buy to just become a better person. But here I can just wake up in the morning and I don't see anything of that. I can just be totally myself and be happy with that. Sometimes happiness comes from the most simple stuff, like being warm, or listen to the fire in the night, or seeing the stars. It's just so nice. I'm so happy that I realized that. I would never have realized that if I lived in the city.
2-3 years she said, oh, I'm going to live in Grundtjärn when I'm older. She always said that. So I was very glad when she took the decision to move here. And then I could say, yeah, I'm going after. I follow her. We had our company together, so I said, well, we have to go on with our company. So I followed.
Yeah, we actually shared that dream.
We shared it. Yeah.
When we lived in the city, we lived in the apartment, you and I every day were dreaming of living here. We were looking out the windows and we felt sad that we were in the city. We had exactly the same feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I moved, I think when I took the decision, you kind of wanted to and took the decision.
Yeah.
My work and what I do with the blog and the photos and everything, it doesn't really feel like a real work. It's not like I work some hours and then I get free time. I almost feel like I'm free and I'm at work at the same time. So I never have this nice Friday feeling when everybody feels like, yay, it's Friday, now I'm free this weekend. This Friday really feels like a Friday because tomorrow I'm going back to Gothenburg. So this weekend is very special for me. I'm going back to Gothenburg for the first time for over 3 years. And I'm gonna meet 2 of my best friends, Linda and Julia, that I haven't met in almost 4 years. So it's very special. I'm very excited and a bit nervous to going back to Gothenburg since it was so many years I was there. I guess it's going to be a bit emotional to come back to my old life and all these memories, and because in some way when I moved from Gothenburg to here, I just left my old life. I never thought about it anymore. I just left it. So coming back again will be like opening a door that I just shut.
Summer comes to multiply, to multiply. Summer comes to multiply.
Oh, I knew I was gonna cry. I remember We were out on a bar or something one summer night in July, and we were sitting outside, and I was like, "Hey, I'm actually gonna move soon."
And I didn't believe you.
No, you were
It's
like,
okay, you're going up there, and then you're going to come home.
And I didn't know that you were going to move because I wasn't home. I was in Australia. So when I came back, no, Jonna. So yeah. We had already talked about it for so long, and I had talked about it, I think, for at least a year before that I wanted to go there and move there. So when I think I just sat down and just said that, yeah, I think I'm gonna move now and try it out. So it wasn't like a shock because you already knew.
It was after summer vacation.
Yes.
We have been there. I think it was 4 weeks.
Yes, 4 weeks in Grundtjärn.
Yeah.
So
from midsummer to mid-July.
Yes.
And then she moved 13th of July, I think.
Yeah, I was just home in Gothenburg 2 weeks after the vacation, and because I had been in Grundtjärn for so long, I really liked it so much. And then coming back home to the city again just felt very bad. Actually very emotional when I'm being here because I've been a lot in my own thoughts. It just feels so weird because when I think of my life here, when I lived here, it's almost like it's another lifetime. And yeah, it's strange to be here, and I'm really happy I got here. I think I needed it. Okay, this is actually true. Like, you know, I'm a normal person. I think I'm curious of life. And I love having fun, but my blog maybe have showed only the side of me that's the good girl, you know, the innocent one that doesn't try new things really. Like if I would, I think I never really have showed pictures of me being on a party or having fun or just being normal. I can just feel so good with myself, and I don't spend any focus at all of how my hair looks like or what I'm wearing, because I don't need that there. The forest never judge me. There's no one that tells me what I should buy to look better there. And I just realized that that's so important. And I think one reason that so many young people today are sad and depressed is because they feel this big pressure on themselves of looking so good and have the newest clothes and shoes and everything. It's just, I had no idea how much it actually affected me when I lived here. And I think it's so important to show that, because when I lived in the city, I never felt happy with myself. I always felt ugly and I didn't have everything I should have. But now, when I have even less, I just feel so happy. When I live where I want to live and coming back here, it's like I feel happy again with Gothenburg. So I can just trash these bad memories and I can think of Gothenburg as something positive, something that made me who I am too, because it did.